come on, work. Work, dang it. Have a little bit of juice. Come on. Oh, hey, everybody. Trying to get my sonic screwdriver to work. Well, welcome to my show. And as you can see from my Doctor Who outfit, it's another science fiction for me to review. You know... Oh yeah, and there's something else I forgot. Oh yeah. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Now, normally I hate Valentine's Day. Honestly, I never liked Valentine's Day. Because I just gone through a bad breakup. But don't worry about me. I mean, just because I'm miserable doesn't mean I'll make you guys miserable. Because the last thing I want to hear you say is, hey, you, get off of my cloud! So, for this Valentine's Day, I got a really good science fiction review. You know, I've been asking a lot of my friends and family, and I always ask them if they're in a science fiction franchise, what would they like to be in? Some of them say that they like to be in Star Trek, or Doctor Who, or Mass Effect. Heck, even one told me they like to be in John Carter. But to me, I've been thinking, what science fiction franchise I like to be in is, of course, I like to be in a science fiction romance. Hear me out. I like to play a normal, average human being who, meets a beautiful girl, but as it turns out, she's an alien from another planet. And she wants to start a relationship with an Earth human. And that'll be me. The situation would be a little funny, awkward, but all in all, very romantic. And I know some of you will be saying Mork and Mindy is close to it, but it's Robert Williams, and it's also a spin-off to Happy Days, so it's just a complete comedy. And some of you would say my hero is a science fiction romance, but it's a comedy, and also the alien character is a superhero. I want to focus that the alien was a girl, not a guy. And the only one that's close enough I've seen is My Stepmother's an Alien, starring Kim Basinger and Dan Aykroyd, where Kim Basinger plays the alien. But a really good science fiction romance is, without a doubt, an anime. Now, I haven't been reviewing any animes lately. I reviewed some Studio Ghibli and Death Note, but I try to get myself into more anime since I'm starting to like Dragon Ball Z. But I have 4 problems of anime that I have. Now, number 4 is the anti-gravity chest. Why is it that every time when a girl, they're not wearing a bra, and sometimes if they go topless or wear a skin-tight clothing, their chest starts acting like they're floating, like she's wearing an invisible push-up bra. I find that ridiculous. Number 3, nosebleeds. Why is it that every character, when they meet a girl who is really hot and sexy, they get a nosebleed? Now, I know it's an analogy for their blood pressure going up, but seriously, every time if a girl looks sexy or hot, I go like this. But that's it. And of course, some of you might remember in high school, I do get nosebleeds, but it only happens when my nose is dry and cracks. But besides that, I'm doing good. Anyway, Number 2, the dirty old master. When they have a kung fu master, it turns out that he's a dirty old man. That master needs to learn to keep his hands to himself and focus more on the training. And the number 1 cliche anime of all that I have a problem with is accidental judgment over bad first impression. Like if the main character is a nice, decent guy, and he accidentally bumps into a girl, and he accidentally landed his hand on her chest or something like that, she instantly calls him a pervert. And throughout the entire series or movie, she keeps calling him a pervert and start making his life miserable, telling everybody he's a pervert. Without even realizing that it was just a freaking accident. Okay? Anybody who judges somebody over bad first impression are the most dumbest, stupid people on earth. I don't judge people by bad first impression. I get to know them, give them a chance to know what kind of people they are before I judge. But anyway, this sci-fi romance I'm going to review for you today is, of course, none other than Please Teacher. This one is a really good romantic sci-fi based on a manga by the same name. This one is about a boy who goes by the name of Kai. Now, from the beginning, Kai was outside at night, and then from out of nowhere, out comes a UFO, an identified flying object. And he sees the most beautiful female-looking alien he ever saw. And then he woke up thinking it was just some dream he had. And then as he went to school, one of his friends told him that their teacher had retired, so they're going to be getting a brand new teacher. And as the brand new teacher shows up, it turns out she looks exactly like the alien he saw. And it's her. And of course, one of his friends keep gloating, saying how hot she looks. You see, here's Kai, the alien teacher, and his friends. And then the next thing he noticed, that his alien teacher, she moves next door to him. And as he realized that she was an alien, his heart went into a standstill. Yeah, he has this rare illness where his heart starts slowing down and he goes into a seizure. And he also told the alien teacher that every time when his heart goes into a standstill, he always goes into a seizure. One time when he was really, really young, his heart went into a standstill. He got into a coma for 3 years. So, right now, he's 18 years old. And the reason why his alien teacher is there is because she wants to fall in love with the first Earth person she ever sees, and she chooses Kai. Now, I know some of you are thinking, some of you might remind me on my Archie review about female teachers and underage male students. But here's the thing. He's 18 years old, so that's technically legal. That's very legal. I mean, heck, did you know that those girls from Sailor Moon are 14 years old? I sure as heck didn't. Heck, I was looking up about the certain laws in Asian countries, and guess what the legal age for consent in Japan is? 13. And I was like, seriously, Japan? 13? Dang! Seriously? But he's so Kai's 18, so it's good. Anyway, the principal figured out what's going on between Kai and his alien teacher, so he tried to have her expelled. Tried to have her discharged, but he announced that he is 18 and he's getting married to his alien teacher. Now, his uncle, he's a doctor, and he always checks on him to see if he goes through another standstill, but he's a little weird. He always says, "Hey, Kai, don't get any girl prettier or I'll get jealous." And of course, her wife always keeps kicking him in the butt or pinching him. Going like, "Oh, yes, dear." And also, this is his friend who always keeps gloating about how hot the teacher looks. And this girl here, she has a crush on him. And then when he finally realized that she really likes him, he decided to start the relationship. But this little girl here, turns out she has the same rare illness as Kai does. Her heart goes into a standstill as well. And sorry it's getting dark, folks. I had to make do. Anyway, this little girl with the standstill, she wanted Kai to date this girl because she knows she really likes him. So he has to break up with his alien teacher in order to start a relationship with that girl. Until that girl realized that her little friend has that same illness like Kai does. So they both understand technically they don't really like each other. And the young girl, this girl, she met someone else. An auto shop teacher who has a thing for airplanes. And he always keeps building real airplanes for them to fly. So, all turns out good in the end. And they both live happily ever after. Until Kai starts meeting his wife's younger sister, who's a real pain in the neck. And the alien teacher's mother, who looks awfully young. But it was a really good movie nonetheless. And did you know they made a spin-off to it? And the spin-off is Please Twin. In it, you have this guy here. He goes to that house where the town sets place at, and he meets these two girls who are claiming to be his sister. So he tries to figure out which of them is his sister. And he also cuts past with the alien teacher and the other characters. All in all, Please Teacher was a really good sci-fi romance. And also, heck, if I was an alien, I'll be like this. I'm here to find love. I come in peace to find love. And one thing I would say about these anime, Please Teacher, I would say it's PG. And not in a Disney way, it would stand for practically G. There are some sexuality to it, but it gears to young adults. And Please Twin, I would say PG-13, because there were some nude scenes, topless scenes on it. Well, this is Please Teacher for you. And for those of you who likes it, please leave a comment down below, hit like and subscribe. And my next review, I swear my next review is going to be a lot brighter. Sorry about the lighting. My next review, it's going to be Evolve Monsters. Except these monsters are girls. So, happy Valentine's Day and see you soon.